Okay, so I'm going to go through a few trades today that I'm currently in. I'm taking these trades off the weekly time frame and the daily time frame. Really, it's the weekly time frame mostly. It's a one-to-one risk to reward, but when you take these trades off the higher time frames, it's more likely to happen. And even if you think that the risk to reward is small, then it's also more likely to actually hit. It is a trading edge, which means that it's proven to work if you take a lot of trades, or if you take many trades over a longer period of time. So let's go to the charts and see what we're in. So on the chart here, you can see I'm in Euro AUD weekly time frame, and it's very simple what I'm doing here. You can see I have drawn out a zone here with this tool. I just draw it out. I'm not going to do that again, but I draw out the zone, and the zone is a place where price, when it comes to that place, it starts to reject. So it happens here. One rejects, one rejects here. Here is a big wick. It starts to reject here, reject here. So one, I mean maybe this as well, but 2, 3, 4, 5 times. So it happened a lot of times within this area. Price started to reject. Sometimes the zone doesn't hold, like here, it goes straight through. But more often than not, the price actually holds the zone. So each candle here represents 1 week. What happens within 1 week. And all I'm doing is that I have drawn out the zone, and I'm adding an alert to the middle of the zone. So this was the last week, or this is 2 weeks ago. The price actually hits the zone, it hits the alert. And then when I'm looking closer to it, what I see starts happening is that last week, after hitting the alert, it starts to go up, but then it starts to reject again. As soon as I see that it starts to reject, then that's where I can place a trade, because that means this zone is most likely respected, because it already broke through it here, but now it's going up to the zone again. And the wick means that it's most likely going to be respecting the zone. So what I'm doing is after I see the alerts go off, which happened a few weeks ago, then all I'm looking for is that it starts to create a wick. Price goes up here, but then it comes down again, creates a wick, and then, like I did here, I placed a trade here. Honestly, I could have placed a trade even last week, at the end of last week, but I didn't do it. Then I take out this tool for a one-to-one risk to reward. I took the trade right here. I don't need this, but I took the trade right here. I'm currently in around break even. It didn't happen so much because I took this trade yesterday. So likely this trade will happen within maybe 1 week or 2 weeks or maximum a few weeks, but unlike on the smaller time frames, the 15 minutes, the 5 minutes, even the 1 hour, the weekly time frame is more likely to hold. And it's less stressful because you don't overthink when price starts to go against you. Things happen slower, but that doesn't mean you don't make money. It's actually opposite. Like the make money quick thing is kind of stressing you out, whereas this thing here, it's very simple. You don't do much, you just have a lurch, because even if those setups doesn't come so often, like here it doesn't necessarily come so often on this one pair, but then you have all the other pairs. I just when I'm in a trade, I'll just place it up here so I easily can see which trades I am in. So yeah, I place a risk 1-to-1 reward like I did here. Nothing crazy, just yeah. I don't try to make the take profit too far away, and I don't try to make it too small either. And this is something you have to just learn by experience. But yeah, you will start to learn this when you do it by experience. And I recommend that you start with an account that is demo, but you can also start with live money, but don't risk too much of your account. So let's say you have $2,000, maybe you risk, I don't know. Honestly, start a demo, and then after that you can risk whatever you want. But yeah, so that's EURAUD. We'll see how that goes, and I will update you in a later video. Then the next one is EURAUD. Same thing here. You can see it comes to the zone, it bounces up. You come down again, it bounces. Here, bounces. Here, bounce. So basically it rejects the zone that I created here. It breaks the zone here, that's quite obvious, but then I place an alert here. So when price did come up here last week, you can see it started to reject it quite heavily. The wick is a representation of price pulling back, which is a good thing. So this week when I entered, it was around here. It had already started to reject, so that was the reason I was thinking that this trade is likely to work out. You can never be 100%, that's for no one in trading, but anyway, so I place a trade here, 1-to-1 risk to reward. It's more likely to hit my target than to hit the stop loss. Weekly time frame, we could go to the daily as well. See here, a lot of rejection, reject. You can probably even see it better on the daily time frame. But yeah, anyway, that's it. So again, this trade will likely happen we will likely hit the target within a week or two or something like that. We're currently in drawdown, but it doesn't really matter because it can very easily start to go down again. So yeah, that's it. It's not complicated. It's quite easy actually. It's much easier than a lot of other trading edges. You don't have to be constantly looking at the charts. What I recommend you to do is that you just go through, like at the end of the week or like on Saturdays or something, you go through the pairs and you draw out the zones, and then you set alerts in the middle of the zones. And unless price is hitting your alerts, then you don't even need to look at the chart. But like I have here, I have quite a lot of pairs. So I'm just gonna show you so you can look at them yourself. I don't trade gold, I just have it here. I trade only Forex. Okay, start looking at the charts. I will give you an update on how these trades work out. And maybe they won't work out. That's part of the strategy. It's part of the game. It doesn't really matter if you win more trades than you lose, then you will be profitable and you will consistently grow your account and make more money. So that's it. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.